my son, I love him, for him, I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Ready, 280, 42 the mic. You ain't doing zero. You ain't.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup.
Now Stafford. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Set, 180. Watch the slant, watch the slant. Tight end to the right, boy, tight end to the right. Look at him.
Stafford on first down. Johnson's got it complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
First down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Go. 58, come on.
To the air again, Stafford. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. First down Lions on a pickup of 13. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. No gain on the play there, second down.
Second and 10 at the 20-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. A shotgun snap for Stafford. He finds his man Johnson. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night?
Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Remember, Prater has hit from 64 earlier in his career. This one not quite as long, but good from distance nonetheless. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. In on the tackle, Jalen Reeves-Maben.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one,
and the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual-type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
Stafford going to come up 1st and 10, and he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Out of the gun, Stafford. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Now Matt Prater for the point after.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 23 yards on the play. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Throwing is Rodgers. He'll get this complete to the Notre Dame man, Equanimeous St. Brown. Touchdown, Packers! Equanimous St. Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Great corner route there, not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tackle.
He's got a man complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. It's nearly a 40-yard gain on the opening play of the quarter. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Zadarius Smith able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Throwing is Stafford. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Stafford. He'll get this one complete to Davis. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, he put those big cans down on the sideline and angled for him.
And now look at him go. The 20, 10, touchdown, Packers. Equanimous St. Brown taking it goal line to goal line, 100 yards. And the Packers have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Stafford. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. The 1st down carry here for Johnson. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Stafford. This one caught by Davis. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
58 to Mike. Hey, 50. Get that quarterback, D-line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Stafford. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And that will be incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, 97 yards. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a first. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Throwing on 2nd down. Rodgers. This complete to Jones. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. on the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Well, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. A give to Jones. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 4th down now after a loss of 2. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So now the Packers turn things over to the special teams crew. They're on for the field goal try. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And that will get the lead up to 14. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
At the 26-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
I don't think you got it, son. Zero.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Zebra.
From the gun, here's Stafford. Going up top. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. They were looking for Johnson that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
So don't say nothing.
Throwing again. Stafford. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now.
To the sideline and incomplete. Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
I'm here all day.
Now a play fake and it's Stafford. And a big loss here as he's taken down. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Here we go.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point forthcoming. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Again, it's Johnson. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got just pin their ears back and get after him now.
Stafford. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18. Yards.
It's a gain of 18. And the Lions first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Set, 280.
On first down, it's Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
First down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10.
11.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith in there to get him yet again. That is his third sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Throwing on second and long. Stafford. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. Third down now.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Here is Matt Prater now. He's got the leg for this as he holds the NFL record with a 64-yarder back in 2013. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. Well, this is a guy who is already among an elite group of kickers that have hit from 60-plus in an NFL game, but that's a tough ask to try and get him to produce another one here.
You're exactly right. It's an elite group for a reason, isn't it? No small feat for him to hit it from that distance. This one doesn't go through. I always marvel at those guys because it's the same approach every time, the same smoothness when they swing their leg. Doesn't look like they're putting anything extra even when they're kicking it for 60-plus.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Come on, QB, come on.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
And Adams has it complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
258. Ricky. 44 is the mic. 44 is the mic. Get inside.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
Fielded about a yard deep.
Let's go.
Take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position and throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down.
And it brings up third down.
They wound up getting nothing out of that second down completion, so now here's 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards, the final tally. Rodgers now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off down near the 5. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. And he will find his man on the outside. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Stafford now to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Kenny Clark in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. A shotgun snap for Stafford. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jackson. There he goes right side. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
I got 19.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That sack came from the corner. On the corner blitz, it was Josh Jackson. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation.
58, Mike.
Operating from the gun, Stafford. He gets this one to Johnson. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
58 to Mike.
Lions go for it on 4th. It's Stafford. And this is incomplete. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. first down carry by Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Jones. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Rodgers looking to throw, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
All day, baby, all day. Green 18. Watch the run, watch the run.
Now Jones. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. Second down and goal. Rodgers, and he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Devontae Adams, his first touchdown on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Throwing again on second down. Stafford firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 36. Now a first down throw. Stafford. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Johnson the intended target. And now it's second down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Watch left. Blue down. It's run.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they?